Hello, so to continue our discussion on quadratic equations, today I'm going to discuss with you the sum and product of roots of quadratic equation given by the following formulas, where sum is equal to negative b over a and product is equal to c over a. Now, given these formulas, malalaman ninyo ang sum and product ng roots without actually solving for the roots. By the way, in case you still don't know, solutions and roots are synonymous, no? Pareho lang yan. Hindi po yan ugat ng halaman dahil tayo po ay math at hindi biology. Okay? Now, for the second part, writing equations from solutions. Dito naman, given ang solutions or roots, tayo ang maghahanap ng quadratic equation. So, pabalik siya, no? So, paano gagawin yon? Let's watch this. Okay, problem number 1. Find the sum and product of roots of the quadratic equations given below. Letter A, x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 0. So the first step is to make sure that the quadratic equation is in standard form to get the correct values of A, B, and C. So since this is already in standard form, let's now take the values of A, B, and C. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 7, and C is equal to 10. Now, to get the sum, we have the formula negative b over a. So, since b is equal to 7 and a is equal to 1, the sum is equal to negative 7 over 1 or negative 7. And to get the product, the formula is c over a. So, since c is equal to 10 and a is equal to 1, then the product is equal to 10 over 1 or 10. Now, to check whether our solutions are correct, let's try to solve the quadratic equation. Now, this quadratic equation can be solved by factoring, right? So, lagay tayo ng dalawang parentheses. Equate to 0. Factors of x squared are x and x. Now, we need factors of 10 that add up to 7. So, those factors are 5 and 2, right? Now, since all the terms are positive, dapat parehong positive ito. So, applying the zero product property, we have x plus 5 equals 0 or x plus 2 equals 0. If x plus 5 equals 0, then x is equal to negative 5. And if x plus 2 equals 0, then x is equal to negative 2. Now, let's take the sum of the roots. Ano ang sum natin? If we add negative 5 and negative 2, the sum is negative 7. So, this is correct, no? Now, let's take the product. The product is negative 5 times negative 2 is equal to positive 10. So, the product is also correct. So, the formulas are legit, no? So, hindi siya fake. Letter B, we have x squared plus 5x plus 1 equals 3x squared plus 6. So, let us transform this into standard forms. So, we know that in standard form, A must be positive. So, instead of transposing 3x squared plus 6, yung x squared plus 5x plus 1 ang ating ililipat. So, we have 3x squared plus 6 minus x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals 0. Now, combining like terms, we can combine 3x squared and negative x squared. So, we have 2x squared minus 5x. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay, saka natin baliktarin. We have 2x squared minus 5x plus 5 equals 0. So taking the values of A, B, and C, we have A is equal to 2, B is equal to negative 5, and C is equal to 5. So to get the sum, we have negative b over a is equal to negative of negative 5 over 2. But negative of negative 5 is positive 5, so the sum is 5 over 2. Now, to get the product, we have C over A, then C is equal to 5 and A is equal to 2. Then the product is 5 over 2. Problem number 2, if the sum of roots of the quadratic equation given below is 0, then find the value of P. So, taking the values of A, B, and C, since our quadratic equation is already in standard position, we have A is equal to 1, B is equal to negative of P plus 4, and C is equal to 5. Now, since the sum of the roots is given, we have the formula negative B over A. So all we have to do is to substitute the given values of B and A. So since B is equal to negative of P plus 4, then the sum is negative of P plus 4 over A, which is equal to 1. Now, negative of negative is P plus 4 over 1 or P plus 4. Now, since it is given that the sum is 0, then we can equate P plus 4 to 0. Therefore, P is equal to negative 4. Number 3, if the product of roots of the quadratic equation given below is 4, then find the value of M. So since our quadratic equation is already in standard form, let us take the values of A, B, and C. So our A is equal to 2, B is equal to 8, and C is equal to negative M cubed. Now, since the product of the roots is given, then using the formula for the product, we have C over A. So since C is equal to negative M cubed and A is equal to 2, then C over A is negative M cubed over 2. But since the product is equal to 4, then we can equate negative M cubed over 2 to 4. Now, multiplying both sides by 2, or you can use cross multiplication, we have negative M cubed is equal to 8. Now, to make M cubed positive, we divide both sides by negative 1. So, M cubed equals negative 8. So, how do you solve for M? If M cubed is negative 8, just take the cube root of both sides. And the cube root of negative 8 is equal to negative 2. Problem number 4, find the sum and the product of the roots of the equation given below. So we have 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 1 equals 9 over 20. Now, to get the sum and product of the roots, we need to convert the equation first into quadratic form, no? So, paano natin gagawin yon? We have to get rid of fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation by the LCD. And the LCD is the product of all the given denominators. So we have 20 x plus 1. So multiplying term by term, we have, if we multiply 20x plus 1 by 1 over x, makakancel yung x. So we have 20 quantity x plus 1 plus, and if we multiply the second term by the LCD, makakancel naman yung x plus 1, so we are left with 20x. And finally, when we multiply this by 9 over 20, yung 20 naman ang makakancel. So we are left with 9x x plus 1. So simplifying the equation, applying the distributive property, we have 20x plus 20 plus 20x is equal to 9x squared plus 9x. And then combining like terms, we have 40x plus 20 is equal to 9x squared plus 9x. Transposing 40x plus 20 to the right side of the equation, we have 9x squared plus 9x minus 40x minus 20 equals 0. Combining like terms, we have 0 is equal to 9x squared plus 9 minus 40 is negative 31x minus 20. And then baliktarin natin. So this is now the standard form, 9x squared minus 31x minus 20 equals 0. So taking the values of a, b, and c, we have a is equal to 9, b equals negative 31, and c equals negative 20. Now to get the sum, since the sum is equal to negative b over a, then we have negative of negative 31 over 9 or 31 over 9. And to get the product, since the product is equal to c over a, so we have negative 20 over 9. So we now go to the second part of our tutorials, writing equations from solutions. So number 5, find an equation for which the given numbers are solutions. So this time, given ang solution, hanapin natin yung quadratic equation. So pabalik ito, no? So pag sinob natin to, pabalik din. So if 2 and negative 6 are solutions, then it follows that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 6, right? Now letting 0 to the right side of the equation, we have x minus 2 equals 0 or x plus 6 is equal to 0. And applying the zero product property, we have x minus 2 times x plus 6 is equal to 0. Then ang gagawin na lang natin, ipo-foil na lang natin yan, no? First terms, we have x times x is x squared. Outer terms is 6 times x is 6x. Inner terms, negative 2x. And last terms, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12 equals 0. Then combining like terms, we have x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Letter B, given 2 and negative 4/5. So paano pag mayroong fraction sa roots, no? So again, let us equate both to x. So x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 4 over 5. Now, to get rid of fractions, we can cross multiply, no? Or we can multiply both sides by 5. So we have 5x is equal to negative 4. And letting 0 to the right side of the equation, we have x minus 2 is equal to 0. And 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now, again, applying the zero product property, we have x minus 2 times 5x plus 4 equals 0. Again, using the FOIL method, we have 5x squared. 4 times x is 4x for the outer terms. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x for the inner terms. And last terms, 4 times negative 2, negative 8 equals 0. Now, combining like terms, we have 5x squared minus 6x minus 8 equals 0. And that's it. Okay, last number, number 6. Determine the quadratic equation whose sum and product of roots are negative 7 and 10 respectively. So if the sum and roots are given, then the equation can be written in the form x squared minus sum of the roots multiplied by x plus the product equals 0. So, if the sum of the roots is negative 7 and the product is 10, then the equation can be written in the form x squared minus sum is negative 7 multiplied by x plus 10 is equal to 0. Simplifying further, we have x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. So, ganyan lang kadali, ano? Kapag hindi binigay yung roots talaga, ang binigay lang ay sum and product, just follow the format, x squared minus the sum multiplied by x plus product equals 0.